accident, too bad car, not much at in the city, but the little bit the office outside, they threw away the vehicle in case abandoned vehicle on public property, 1-800-222-6366. And then abandoned vehicle on private property, private, my land, the front of my house, a place abandoned vehicle, 1-888-524-2845. And alley cleanup. Alley cleanup meaning in this day, so many street person, meaning beggar, no house, the people in this, so many dirty from my house, from my area. In case you come to the clean up my alley, 1-800-996-2489. And then sometime bee infestation, bee. So many bees come to the my house or my next house, some tree, something like that. So many bee is coming. In this day, bees that lost their house, their home, they lost. This all the world the problem. Bee is lost his property, their house. Many country research why bees lost their house. German, after the research, they say mobile phone, closing the mobile phone in the bee house, they lost, they cannot find their house. And after that, early in the morning, out the house, after that, they should be back their house. They cannot, they lost their house. In case, go down some house, some tree, something like that, for they make and gather so many bees. In case, 1-800-233-9279. If you call, somebody gonna come and then they take all the bee. Bulky item meaning for the sofa, furniture, and then the big material, especially so many person, all the sofa, all the desk, they threw it away on the street. A few days, few months, nobody clean up. In case you call bulk item, 1-800-773-2489, or any different area, you call, same thing, this number or 911. One number is the bulk item cleanup, and then they give they're gonna give the new number 909-620-1353 or 626-8571, something like that. 909-626-8571. That's Montreal area. And then you can ask him if he did when this call is all California, and then what area are we not gonna go to that area? In case you request him, I'm leaving the Riverside, or I'm leaving the Long Beach, and then they give the area telephone number. dead animal for some animal car accident for the so many animal, especially dog or cat or any other wild animals. In case that's not easy to watch out every day, they spoil. In case when you call 1-800-773-2489. And graffiti meaning Operation Clean Sweep. Any graffiti, some place. If somebody making for the if somebody clean up for the picture or something like that, at the time when you report it to police, they wanna give you that $1,000, but already did in case yeah. Yeah. And then household hazardous waste. Household hazardous waste. 1-800-988-6942. All the information. A lot of person is called for 911, but the 911 is the police, fire, emergency only. 911, so many persons call. If not emergency, in case 311, using the 311, somebody fights, somebody's not emergency case. Not emergency case is the 311. 911 ask them if when you go to the freeway is the accident or and then to fire side of the street in case a lot of person 911. But one person called, not one person, so many persons called the same situation in case that the not easy, that number is emergency stop. If not the emergency, you should call 311. 911 is a police, fire, emergency something. Okay, and the non-emergency police, in case 1-877-275-5273, not using for the 911. Postless on the street, and then to round one, they say the postless. In case, open the postless, somebody nighttime, they cannot, they drop for the so many, that one is so dangerous. In case 1-800-996-2489. Recycling, a lot of person is the trash can, not using for the trash can, just a box, big box or big material, something like that. But that one is recycling. In case 1-800-773-2489. Shopping cart pickup. You remember that one shopping cart, $200. Market is top, the shopping cart is 100 or 200 pieces, so many, so much the amount. But anybody's shopping cart is they bring their house and then take up the material through the way. That's so expensive. Of course, the shopping cart is the somebody take them and the pick up, go back to the market, and they receiving the money. But you say nobody can move it. Shopping cart to pick up. When you call 800-252-4613, they coming right away. They pick it up. And then street lighting repair. Some area street lighting is the almost a street lighting is, and then to night, even nighttime is the light area, but sometimes it's repair, not working. In case you call 1-800-342-453-97 and then street lighting area. Trash not pick it up. At every week, one time, some area every Monday, some area every Friday, something, and then they don't come. In case 1-800-996-2489. You watching almost the same telephone number for annual graffiti, potholes, recycling, something, trash not pick up, that's the same number meaning for the city hall, that's the big department. Tree trimming also, big tree, normally they trim, but sometimes it's the long branch and so many leaves. In case we had better clean up for the tree trimming, in case this number using. You sure to remember this number. And next one meaning for the if you are not married but somebody living together, in case you may have legal protection if you registered with the county office. You had better register county office and the living together. In case then you can get the same protection as the marriage registration. That's not report, not registered, somebody live together, not the protection yourself. After 1 or 2 years, apart from, you're not gonna leave, it's okay. But 1 or 2, even at a short period, if somebody live together, I strongly recommend, non-married, doesn't matter, but even non-married, just county office, domestic partnership, non-married or together live, we say domestic partnership, not wife and husband, but you had a better domestic partnership relations. In case you had a better report the county office. so good for you. When they report, should remember, for example, the city of Los Angeles offered domestic partners of city employee and their domestic partners' children equal access to its employee benefit program, including health and dental plan, the employee assistance program, and bereavement leave, family illness benefit. To obtain this benefit, you must subject proof that you and your partner are in a domestic partnership, as attested by both parties through either. First one, when you file for the document, signed by a city affidavit of domestic partnership from the appropriate identification, or second, a registered state of California declaration of domestic partnership form, or proof of similar legal union validity form in another state that has been submitted and accepted by the City of Los Angeles Personal Department Benefit Division. Please refer to the section of how to file to domestic partnership benefit for more detailed information. Even not the Los Angeles County, at any county, when you leave Orange County, when you leave San Bernardino County, Riverside County, doesn't matter. You had better, you live in that county, you had better the domestic partnership information sheet. You are not required to enroll in a health and the dental plan in order to file your affidavit of domestic partnership. If you file for the domestic partnership, you can use the same insurance that save the money. Your affidavit may be filled at any time. However, if you wish to enroll in a health or dental plan, you may only to do so at special items. See, when to enroll your domestic partners. Also, you should be aware that if you enroll your domestic partners of the domestic partner's children in a health plan, you will have to pay income tax on the amount of health plan subside that will be paid by the city to provide coverage for the Internal Revenue Service, meaning IRS, regarding the tax. Any question regarding the tax consequences of adding a domestic partner or the child of a domestic partner's to your healthy dental plan should be directed to a tax professional. How to file domestic partnership benefit? You should remember how to file. To obtain domestic partner's benefit, you must submit proof that you are and your partner are in the domestic partnership as attested by both parties through either the city affidavit of domestic partners or registered State of California Declaration of Domestic Partnership form, City Domestic Partnership Affidavit. To obtain domestic partners benefit under the City of Domestic Partnership Affidavit, you and your domestic partners must meet the following conditions and attest to these by completing and signed an affidavit domestic partnership. A. You and your partner must be a committed and mutually exclusive relationship in which you are jointly responsible for each other's welfare and financial obligation. B. You and your partners must have resided together in the same principal residence for at least 12 months and invalid to do so identify. C. You and your partners must be 18, age of 18 years of age or older, unmarried, and not blood relative. You must submit an affidavit of domestic partnership signed and dated by both you and your domestic partner, and submit copy of your California driver's license or identification card for both you and your domestic partner. The addresses on your respective license or identification card must match one another. Your affidavit and application cannot be processed until all addresses are consistent with one another. Special note: if you have a domestic partner and are in the process of divorcing a spouse, be advised that your affidavit can be processed no earlier than 1 year from the effective date of your divorce. Regardless of how long you may have been living with the domestic partners. State of California Declaration of Domestic Partnership form. You also may obtain domestic partners benefit under a copy of the Declaration of Domestic Partnership from submit to the State of California Secretary of State, or unable proof of similar legal union validity form in another state. The State of California Declaration of Domestic Partnership form is available on the Secretary of State website at sos.ca.gov/registry, you can say. When enroll your domestic partners in a health and dental plan. You may enroll yourself and your domestic partners and his/her dependent children in a health and dental plan one of the following time: within 60 days of your employment date, during an annual open enrollment period, or within 30 days of qualifying life event. Within 30 days of your meeting the domestic partner's definition. Within 60 days of your transferring from the Department of Water and Power. If you do not add your domestic partner and his or her dependent children to your health and oral dental plan with the above time frames, you must wait until the next open enrollment period to do so. When you leave and then you terminate your domestic partner's benefit, just remember when to terminate your domestic partner's benefit. If you and your domestic partner no longer meet all of the above definitions, you must notify the city within 30 days by filing a statement of termination of domestic partners with the Personnel Department of the Employee Benefit Office. If you fail to remove an into ineligible domestic partner from your health dental plan, you may be responsible for replacement of the city portion of the premium, retroactive to the date of re-eligibility, as well as the cost of medical service provided to ineligible department. To the extent possible under law, and your domestic partners will not be offered the opportunity to continue their coverage in the health dental plan at their own expenses as provided for in the Consolidated Omnibus Benefit Reconciliation Act of 1986. If you fraudulent to obtain LAWL program benefits, your defendant, you will be required to pay any cost of any benefit that were paid on your behalf. You will have your coverage retroactively terminate, and at the sole discretion of the City of Los Angeles. You may also be subject to disciplinary action, including but not limited to discharge. You may not file another affidavit of domestic partnership until at least 12 months after you have filed your statement of termination of the previous domestic partnership. After terminate your domestic relationship, if you want, you can request for spousal support if you want. Okay. Affidavit of domestic partnership, this document, you should remember that. I meaning employee, doesn't matter employee or not, I, so and so, and domestic partner, the other party, who, somebody, rejoin together and intend to do so indefinitely at some place. You remember, you should leave same place. We share the necessity of life. By signing this affidavit domestic partnership, we agree that we both are economically responsible to third parties for the common necessity of life, defined as food, shelter, and medical care, and this shall remain the case for expenses incurred during the period that we are receiving any domestic partnership benefit from the city. 3. We affirm that we began to reside together as domestic partners on the meaning for date, the date, starting date We are not married to anyone. Yeah, anybody same situation, already printed. We are not married to anyone. We are at least 18 years of age. Yeah, under 18 years, that legally not together or older. We are not related by blood, closer that we are married, meaning for the blood closer, meaning for brother and sister, uncle, something like that. We are not related by blood closure, then would be by marriage in the state of California and are mentally competent to consent to contract. 7. We are both either sole domestic partners. We are each other's sole domestic partners and intend to remain so identifiably. I, again my name, agree to notify the city within 30 days of any change of circumstances as stated to in this affidavit by filing with the Personal Department Employee Benefit Office. A statement of termination of domestic partnership. Such a statement of termination shall be a form provided by the city and shall affirm under penalty of perjury that the partnership is terminated and that a copy of the statement of termination has been provided to any formal domestic partners. I, again my name, understand that I cannot file another affidavit of domestic partnership until 12 months after the statement of termination of the previous partnership has been filed. If I termination for after leaving, file for the termination after 12 months, until after 12 months, statement of time termination, previous partnership has been filed. Until 12 months, new partnership you cannot file after 12. Reason 4, some women's pregnant or not, at least 12 months after that, you can also new partnership. 10. We understand that if the city suffers any loss because of a false statement contained in this affidavit, the city may bring a civil action against either or both of us, recover its loss, including reasonable attorney fee and court cost. 11. We understand that the employee is responsible for the payment of applicable income tax as a result of the city provide health and dental benefit to domestic partners and their children. Number 12, we understand and agree that we are providing the termination in the affidavit solely to allow the city of determine our eligibility for domestic partnership benefit as defined by city ordinary. We understand that we in commission will be held confidential and will be subject to a disclosure, and only often our written authorization or person to legally appoint appropriate process. 13. We understand that addition to the eligibility requirement of the city for domestic partnership coverage, There are terms of conditions of coverage set forth in the service agreement of each health and dental care plan offered by the city. By ejecting this affidavit, each of us agreed to bound by the terms and the condition of coverage of the health and the dental care plan selected as set forth in the applicable service agreement. 14. We understand and agree that the city is not legally required to extend any benefit other than those benefits specially granted to an employee and his or her domestic partners by city ordinance. We also understand or agree that upon the termination of these domestic partners, the city is no longer obligated to provide any domestic partners benefit to the employee's former domestic partner. 15. I understand that the information we are providing in this affidavit may be used by either of us as evidence of the extents of other dominant domestic partners is subsequent legally or administrative processes. We understand that before signing this affidavit, we should seek competent legal and tax advice proceeding the financial obligation we may be understanding by signing the affidavit. When you file for the domestic partnership in the county office or city hall, if you file for the tax report, you count the tax returns all together. It's the more profit. Number 16, I, also my name, understand that order to provide the retirement survivor benefit to my domestic partners, I must file a separate domestic partnership affidavit with no Los Angeles fire and police pensions or the Los Angeles City Employees Retirement System. And if I do not do so, my domestic partners will not be entitled to a retirement service benefit. 17. We each declare on the penalty of perjury that the assertion of this affidavit are true and correct to the best of my knowledge. This is oath. And then signature employee, meaning I am, signature of employee, date, signature of domestic partner, the other party, date. Just sign, name, and sign. The bottom is employee date of birth, domestic partner date of birth, daytime phone number, that's all. You can file just this paper, and then you leave all together, domestic partner. Domestic partner, no duty. After that, if you want married, you go to married. If not, you file for the termination document, something. Next page, notice for ending a domestic partnership. First time is the report, and the second paper, notice for ending domestic partnership. Depart from, no more leave in case. When to use this notice? When domestic partnership end, meaning for the terminate, at least one partner must sign a notice of ending domestic partnership saying and the partnership has ended. The notice must be dated and signed on the penalty of perjury. Termination, when you file for the report, when the study, you and domestic partner, both parties sign on the paper, but termination, I don't know that I don't like anymore the living with you. In case just one person sign on the paper, the other party, no, I cannot, I wanna marry more time with you. But one person, no, I don't want it. And then just to sign on the paper, just one person. And terminate, finish. But this one is the same thing. In the United States, even married and divorced, one person, I don't like live you anymore. In case that's it. Somebody say, no, I cannot. Even you want some divorce, I don't want. No. United States, just one person doesn't want it, that's finished. Okay. When does a domestic partnership end? The domestic partnership ends when one partner sends the other written notice that he or she has ended to the partnership. One person doesn't want, and then that's the finish. Second, one of the partners dies in case or married. One of the partners married. One or together the domestic partnership, but the other party is married. I don't wanna with you anymore. I wanna marry other person. The partners no longer live together. In case you should report for the termination of the partnership. Where to file my notice of ending a domestic partnership form? If you created your domestic partnership by filing a domestic declaration with the county clerk, you must file this notice with the county clerk. If you created your domestic partnership by having your declaration notarized, you must get this notice notarized. Who get a copy of this notice? Unless your partner died, the partner who signed the notice must send a copy of the other partners. A domestic partnership who has given notice of declaration of domestic partnership to any third party must give that third parties a notice signed on the penalty of perjury, stating the partnership has ended. The notice must be sent within 60 days with the end of domestic partnership. And who gets the copy of this notice? Unless your partner died, do I need to wait before filing a new declaration of domestic partnership? No. As of May 28, 2004, there is no waiting period before filing a new declaration of domestic partnership after filing for the domestic partnership ending form. Oh yeah, that's different. The first page is the within a year after the terminate, we cannot file for the new domestic partner. But this say May 28, 2004, there is no waiting period before filing a new declaration of domestic partners. after filing a domestic partnership ending form. Can I get the exemption from real partners transfer tax? You cannot receive an exemption from real property transfer tax upon ending a domestic partnership, unless there is a notice of ending domestic partnership filed with the county clerk. Yeah. Next page. This page you cannot find. You can find for the terminate. In this day, almost 30 telephone by somebody to me, but 90% is trash phone. Somebody, this is medical office, this is something, and then telephone, something like that. 90% phone is even like disconnect and protect you for the no more. But every day to headache. County of Los Angeles Statement of Domestic Partnership, Los Angeles County Code Chapter 2.210. We are understand hereby state and acknowledge that we are both 18 years of age or older than we consider ourselves to be domestic partners. We further state and acknowledge that one or both of us reside or is employed in the Los Angeles County. Reside or is employee meaning is the same meaning. Reside, live. Employee meaning for the employee of a city hall. No, just to live. Optional, the filing partners may club one or more of the following. We further state or acknowledge that following are true. We have considered ourselves to be domestic partners since when date? When you started for the live together. Neither of us is married. Yeah, neither of us is married. Past the time matter doesn't matter this time. We are not related to broad in a manner that has marriage in the state of California. Yes. We are each other's sole domestic partners. Yeah. We consider ourselves his immediate family. Yes. We have chosen to share each other's lives in considerate and caring personal relationship. We are common household. We share financial responsibility for our joint household expenses. Yeah. We own real property together. No property. We own a personal property together. Personal property, anybody has. Each of us has authorized to other to make a decision, a case of medical expense. Okay. Each of us has authorized the other action with the respect to business of personal financial matter. Should one of us become unable to handle such matters of an interim or permanent basis, okay? Each Each of us has made provisions for the other through last will and vestment, a form of a trust document of another matter. Other, nothing. Signature both party. It's not important, just oath. This document meaning make the replace of the property exact with the domestic domain document which you must have if you wish it authorize each other to make medical or financial decision for each other or leave property to each other or make other arrangement, consummate, something like that, and then date something. Yeah. Next one, notice for ending for domestic partner. Yeah, if you ending just this paper, my name is who, domestic partner with who has ended. I sent a copy of this notice my former domestic partner's own. You starting live together the date. I mailed the copy of it or copies to domestic partner. Something like that. Third party with a copy of a declaration application applicable. Somebody, third party, if third party, yes. Just the domestic partners, the other party, something send. I declare on the penalty of perjury under the laws of the state of California that statement above is true and correct. Sign, date, something like that. Notarization required if you did not file your declaration of domestic partner with the county clerk. In case you file for the notarized somebody, the other party, I sent it, that's the finish. But the other party, new girlfriend, new boyfriend, if they want, you send it. So the party with a copy of declaration of applicable, we finish. Don't worry. I'm not gonna meet with her, with him. Declaration of domestic partnership. I, employee, printed the name, certified the declaration that are no longer domestic partner, the other party. Former domestic partner printed the name. I understand that coverage for the individual will terminate on this date. I make and file this declaration of termination in order to cancel the declaration of domestic partners date. Termination of declaration of domestic partnership in due to termination of domestic partnership. Okay. Change of resident. No, that's married. Marry of another person. Married to another person, no longer jointly responsible, each their others' common welfare and living together. That's sort of domestic partner. Just one mark, termination of domestic partners. I understand that another declaration of domestic partnership cannot be filed until 6 months from the date of relationship end. In the event that termination of this relationship is not due to the death of my domestic partner, I will mail my former domestic partner's copy of this notice, something like that. That's it. Next one. UCC file. in Sacramento, California. In case you can request for the corporation also taking first page. Instruction for information request form UCC 11. For faster proceeding, UCC information request can be conducted electronically. If you submit a request on paper, please use this fillable form. The information must be legible. Read and follow all instructions. Do not insert anything in the open space in the open portion of this form. It is served for filing office use only. When properly complete, send the form together with the required fee to the filing office. 8. To assist the filing office communication with the requester, B information item A may be provided. This item is option. Yeah. Meaning for this section, you should be watching. C, B is A, same meaning. B, C, enter name and mailing address of a requester in item C. This item is required. Number 1, debtor name of which it is requested relate. Enter only one debtor name in item 1, either on organization, item, or individual name. The name entered in the use to produce such report. It is recommended that such in request again exact legal debtor name the filing office will conduct such under the name of given either item 1 or B. Now, okay, the rest one is just you review, and then we do making for the document. This one. Information request. Following instruction from back carefully. Back meaning for this one. You after reading, and then to fill up this document. Name and telephone number, contact. Name of and telephone number of contact. You following instruction. This means a meaning for the other party. B, email a contact of a filter. Request for 2, name and address. Return to, name and address. Debtor name, debtor meaning for the owner of this company. Organization name, company name, something like that. Individual surname, individual person, personal name, first personal names, name, something like that. Suffix meaning for the Mr. or Mrs. Information option related to UCC filing and other notice to filing office that include as a debtor name identified. For such a person, such response certified all copies. Doesn't matter. For copy only, please complete the information of below as appropriate. Full name of copies, additional the copy, filing statement, something like that. California State of State's office offer these additional. That's one. Not important. Same thing. In the bottom, yeah. This one should remember. Name and phone number, contact file, contract at the file filler, send acknowledging name and address, debtor's name, debtor company name, okay, full personal name, something like that, mailing address. Also debtor name. Debtor corporation is the just only one person company, or somebody, 2 or 3 person for the owner. In case debtor's name, one person is enough. If somebody is normally spouse, wife or husband, in case here, secured party's name, secured party, just the other party, the other debtor's name and secured party's name, same thing. Collateral, which one is I gonna hold this item. First one, business license. Second one is office material. For example, for the restaurant in all the equipment in the kitchen, something like that, table, chair, something, put right down here. And the license also. Check only if applicable, and check only one box. Public I cannot read. Yeah, that's too small. For you read this one one by one. You leave it, and then you can write here easily. UCC file statement of addendum. Statement of addendum meaning for the also UCC filing. Number 8, debtor's name or something like that. Debtor's name meaning carefully review applicable statutory guidance about providing the debtor's name. Enter only one debtor's name in item 1, either an obligation name or individual name. If the part of the individual names will not file in the item B, check the box item 1, something like that. Number 1A, 1A meaning for debtor's name, the other party, owner of the company. Number 2, additional debtor's name. Additional name, if somebody has more owner, that's put right down. Doesn't matter this time. Collateral. Collateral meaning use item 4 to indicate the collateral covered by this financial statement if space in item 4 is insufficient. Continue the collateral description in item 12 of the addendum item, or attach additional and incorporated of reference item 12 do not include social security number or other personal identification information. Even use put right down any public paper, you don't need that the other party's social security number. Even my number, don't put right down. Number 5. If collateral is held in trust or being administered by a decedent personal representative, okay, not important. 6A, if the financing statement related to public finance transaction, manufactured home transaction, or debtor is transmitting utility. If the corporation box in item 6A, if a debtor is transmitting utility and the initial financing statement is filed connection with the public finance transaction or manufactured home transaction box only that a debtor's transmitting utility. 6A. If this financing statement related to a public finance transaction, manufactured home transaction, or debtor is a terminating utility, which check the appropriate box in this 6A. If a debtor is transmitting utility and the initial financing statement is filed connection with the public finance transaction or manufactured home transaction, if only debtor is transmitting utility. Number 8. Number 8 is optional field to reference data. This item is optional and the filer's use only. For filer's convenience of reference, file may enter the item number 8 any identifying information that filer may be useful. Optional filter, not important, just a pass. In the bottom, number 9. This is number 8. This is the next page. 2 pages they have. Number 9. Name of the first debtor. The same thing, first debtor. Number 10. Additional debtor's name. Additional debtor, if it has, put right down. If not, just a passing. Number 11. Additional secured party name and assigner security party's name is also normally over 90% known, just a pass. 12. Additional space first page we already put right down the collateral. But if at the time we don't put right down and more collateral in case put right down here. Corporation is so many collateral, for example, market, liquor store, restaurant. In case much collateral, but just personal office, they don't have any collateral, just desk and chair, some picture, something like that. They don't. That's moneyable. And then 15, real estate record information. 13, 14, 15, 16, real estate, any real estate. But that's good. If the other party has the any real estate, that's great. If not, you don't need it. Put right down 17, miscellaneous, meaning under 13 circumstances, additional information not provided on the financial statement may be required. Also, some states have a non-uniform requirement. Use this space of attachment additional paging and incorporate by reference item 17. No, just nothing. Use this filing statement addendum. Addendum meaning if you already filed, but use this filing statement. Yeah, that's one also. Put right down review. You review and then to one by one. Almost the same. Same termination meaning for the when effectiveness of identified financing statement with the respect security interest authorizing secured party. There's no. Current recording, organization, company name, individual last, first, middle name, meaning of the president, the other parties. Organize or secure or authentic information. Authentic information meaning organization, company. Same company, same name, just not important. If you have any other, they have any other material, in case, put right down, but nothing. Even that is all the papers, the 3-5 paper, you don't worry. If you don't make them, nothing, just important. Use this file as important one, company name, and personal information, and then basic material. If the collateral if somebody has the restaurant or somebody market, they have a liquor store. If you file for the UCC file, they cannot selling without permit me. That's important. But they don't have any, nothing. Just they crow and gone. If before the filing the UCC, check it out first. He has the material, he has the collateral in case. That's great. Easy for the filing, the UCC. But even each file, they don't have any material. You need none. Just to spend time to confirm. I recommend if they have the other party, restaurant, liquor store, market, in case UCC file is more effective, you can get it for the lot of material, but just company, corporation only, you don't need it. Somebody close and then gone, even you taking the company, nothing in there. Check it out. He has the material, more collateral, in case you had a better UCC file. If not, UCC file is the need not just to spend time. You sure to remember. Okay, today is information of the city or a county. When you're living in the California, you sure to remember this telephone number. And then also, if you're getting somebody domestic partnership relationship reporting, that's important. And then also UCC file, in case in the United States, you got especially somebody from the other country, and then borrowing the money, rent the money, and after that you didn't take the money, just so headache.